Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Man Basics 101. Now, interesting enough, I started off this YouTube channel with the idea of getting down to the basics of what it means to be a man. Now, and it had me thinking, what does it take for a man to be a man? Now, this could apply to my ladies out there also, but there are certain fundamentals, as I spoke about, that we just have to have. And it got me to thinking, what is it essential, or what is essential for a man to have? And regardless of our backgrounds, regardless of where we are from, we all have to have balance. Balance is the key to being an optimal man. Or in the best words of my man Elliot Hulse, you can find his channel also, to be the best version of you that you can be. Now you think, what is balance? Now I have a couple of things that I looked up. But balance means, and I'm actually read it so I get it right. It means I have a mental steadiness or emotional stability. Now, does that not make absolute sense? To have mental steadiness, emotional stability, a good habit of behavior. Now, that speaks to the core of what any man should want to be. And I got to thinking, what are different ways in which we can be balanced? And there's four things that come to mind: spiritually, mentally, morally, and physically. Now, we all have our different backgrounds. We all have our different belief systems. I'm not going to get on any soapboxes and start preaching, but those are four key elements that came to my mind that I strive to have in my life. Now, you think of that first one, spirituality. Once again, I'm going to read it directly so I get it right. But if you think about spirituality, spirituality is just the idea. If you think about that word spirituality, spirituality can mean many things to many different people. But to have a sense of spirituality just means to have some kind of thought process, some kind of awareness of outside of yourself. What is out there that's greater than I am, that's causing me to do the things that I do? Mentally. Now, mentally, come on. If you are not balanced, everybody knows that quack. Everybody knows that person that is not mentally stable. You have to have your mental game on point in order to be a balanced and individual, a strong man. Mentally can mean so many different things, whether you're a husband, a boyfriend, a father. There's so many things that in a man's life he has to juggle. Being mentally balanced is a key to making sure all those other things work in harmony with one another. Then you think of morality. Well, what are morals? If you think about the word morality, or what does having morals mean, it basically breaks down to what is my idea of right and wrong. But the key to that is, once again, being balanced. We go back years ago, and that's what this is about, where we were and where we're going. Years ago, people actually held to the concept of do unto others as you would have done to yourself. Now, if you think of morality, once again, I'm not going to get on a soapbox and start speaking about your belief systems versus Leroy's belief system. But if we just hold to the standard of do unto others as you would have done to yourself and take that literally, you can't get more balanced than that. Rather, what is right and wrong can it be subjective. It can be changed. It can be manipulated. But if you hold to the standard as being a man that I'm going to do to him what I would expect him to do to me, then you're going to have a balanced individual. Last but not least, physically. To be a balanced person, can you really consider yourself balanced if your health is impaired? If you've been asked to be on the next episode of My 600-Pound Life, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, I'm not here to once again dog an individual who might be overweight, someone who might not have that optimal health, but what we're talking about here today is balance. of trying to get ourselves as a man to be balanced, to be optimal. Think about it from this standpoint. I like to give an analogy every once in a while, give an example so we can all understand clearly what I'm talking about. If you're on a big cruise ship and it's going down and it's flowing and it's moving and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? But all of a sudden, if everybody on that cruise ship saw something, oh, a whale, and everybody ran to that side, and they ran to that side of the ship, what's going to happen? That ship is going to be unbalanced. It's going to start to go off course. It's going to start to move in a way that you don't want it to. So what's going to happen? Everybody has to get themselves centered again. Everyone has to get everybody evenly distributed. Everybody has to become what? Balanced. So that's what we are. We're that ship. We want that nice smooth rocking. We want that same motion. We want to continue to stay balanced. We don't want to be lopsided to one or the other. You can't have all, you would think, well, what about just morals? You can't just have high morals, but yet not mentally fitting the picture, but yet physically out of shape. And when I say physically out of shape, letting yourself go without even trying to get yourself corrected. That's being unbalanced. You can't be more in one area and less than the other, because now you become unbalanced. And the key is to making sure that we're always striving. Now, are we perfect? Absolutely not. There's only been one perfect man that I know of. But can we be perfect? No. But can we strive after perfection? Now, that's the key. So that's what we want to do. Be balanced as men. That helps us to be fathers. That helps us to be husbands. That helps us to be men who are adding to this world and not taking away. So let's just keep that in mind. Maybe once again, you all have your varying degrees of what you consider each of those to be, but take into account your spirituality. Look at your mental game. Look at your morals, and where are you physically? Are you where you want to be? Are you getting the best? Is everyone seeing the best version of you? And if you are, I salute you, my friend. But if not, let's step up our game. Let's do what we got to do. And once again, if you like this video, please subscribe. Please make comments. Help me to know what you want to see and where I can help you. And as usual, and as always, if you ever lose your way, I'll point you in the right direction. I'm out.